The morning of October 4th, 2022, began like any other at Dubo Textile in St. Cloud, Minnesota. The factory fumed with machinery, workers filing in, routines set. For Nicole Hammond, 28 years old, it should have been another ordinary day. A day to do her work, clock in, and move through life quietly, safely. But that morning, the world she trusted to be neutral and secure became a place of unimaginable terror. Nicole had done everything right. She had consistently made clear, firm boundaries to a coworker who refused to respect them. Michael Carpenter, 38, had been pursuing her for months, making repeated sexual advances, pressing, manipulating, refusing to accept rejection. Nicole's words were clear, repeated, and unwavering. She wanted no contact, no favors, no intimacy. She said no. She held her truth. But holding her truth put her in danger. The day before the killing, tension had flared in text messages and conversations. Nicole told him, once again, to stop. She insisted on her space. She insisted on being allowed to live and work without intrusion. She was not dramatic or aggressive. She was calm, measured, human. And yet that simple insistence on autonomy became a threat in his mind. The next morning, Carpenter lay in wait. Before most employees had arrived, before the doors opened, he confronted her in the parking lot. He had brought a gun. Nicole, stepping toward her car, expecting nothing more than the mundane rhythm of her day, was met with violence instead. One shot, to the neck, precise, brutal, irreversible. Her life ended there, on asphalt beside her vehicle. A life full of ambition, hope, and courage was extinguished in seconds. And yet, in her refusal, in her courage to assert her boundaries, she remained the person she had always been, clear, brave, and human. Co-workers were left in shock, grappling with the horror that someone could be so consumed by entitlement and obsession that rejection could become a reason for murder. They had noticed the tension, the inappropriate attention. Some had felt unease, but nothing could have prepared them for this final, violent escalation. Carpenter fled briefly, but was swiftly apprehended. Legal proceedings later confirmed the deliberate, premeditated nature of his actions. He was convicted of first-degree premeditated murder and second-degree intentional murder, sentenced to life in prison without the possibility of parole. Justice in the courtroom could not restore Nicole's life, her mornings, her hopes. Nicole's story is a reminder that saying no, asserting boundaries, and protecting one's autonomy are acts of courage, and that the failure to take harassment seriously can have deadly consequences. Her life, her clarity, her insistence on being allowed to live without control or manipulation should be remembered not just for the tragedy, but for the bravery it took simply to be herself. Nicole Hammond went to work that morning, expecting the ordinary routines of life. Instead, she faced the extraordinary horror of a person who could not accept rejection, who turned obsession into violence, and who extinguished a young life because she refused to be coerced. She is a cautionary story, a testament, and a human being who deserved safety, respect, and a life lived on her own terms. Protect your life from a life thief. Document obsession. Report threats early. File restraining orders. Workplace harassment can escalate to murder. Someone fixated on you is a life thief. They're planning to steal your future. Take it seriously. Demand protection. You deserve to be believed and to live without fear.